me. All they want what I'm doing. Every day in the studio. Every day in the studio. Every day no fully shit. In the streets with the Yeezys on. In the streets with the hoodie up.
Play no game. Special edition. Special edition. We are back live again.
In your eardrum.
Shout out to the team center.
Thank
Uh-oh.
you.
Shout
Team
out.
center.
Thank
Shout out.
you.
For having us on this glorious special edition. But we have a very special person.
You want to tell me who it is? Is it me?
I think so.
Oh.
And she's one of the wonderful people who has put on this event that's bringing our community together and coming to the Play No.
Absolutely.
Huh?
Go ahead.
And coming to the Play No Games podcast show. Ashleigh, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Just trying to, encourage our people and especially our artists, man. They are really at a place. Just to give you guys a little behind the story of why I created Sound versus Noise. I was literally at my hair salonist and she was just like, Ash, when are you coming out with your project? Because I got my master's in project management and marketing. And I was just like, well, I'm trying to merge it with science. See how, because those are my two loves.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was just like, why don't you do the mental health? You did get your first degree in psychology. I was like, and I'm a church kid. And so literally it was like the Holy Spirit has been trying to tell me for the last year, pay attention to the sound, ignore the noise. And I literally was not paying attention. I was literally being disobedient. It's like a firecracker. And so for me, I was just like, couldn't imagine how many artists are experiencing the same thing, especially after the pandemic. Like how many of them are focused directly on the losses because they're so large. And it's so hard to, get past the, oh, I heard this, or you don't have a platform for this, or your finances, and your bills is off, like you can't pay for nothing,
Man.
No, but for real,
Yeah.
how many times every day you think about it and you just like, you focus on the negative, you focus on the distraction, right? But from where I come from, I was taught to do a praise even in even when there is a challenge going on. And so I said, we're going to do a concert that's going to be articulating what somebody is going through every day, especially artists, and nobody is hearing them. They want them to be at the event. They want them to be intentional, but they have no idea what's going on in their minds. They have no idea what's going on behind the closed doors. So for me, I said, we're going to tell them what's going on. So that's why Sound versus Noise.
So it's like, I hear it's like a motivation or drive to really put people on a platform to really speak their truth. And speak their honest truth. Yeah. And so how has it evolved from the beginning to now?
Oh, man, I would say in the beginning, it was literally just a conversation. And then I reached out to like 4 or 5 different people that I knew had the same heart. And that's the one thing, like what I learned when I was getting my master's is you got to figure out who your stakeholders are. And in order to pick your stakeholders, it has to be somebody that that's going to have the same heart. They're on time. They're going to do the same effect. That's how you're thinking with project management, right? But it's the same thing with your career. It's the same thing when you're putting on a concert or a benefit. You want them to have the same type of personality that you're going to do and do it probably even better. So I reached out to DJ OG1, and he connected to numbers. And shout out. Those are my people,
Yep.
Listen, that's like Godfather right there. And then I reached out to DJ Clive. He did a live interview with us too. And then my business partner, he reached out to all the musicians, and he was just like, hey, can you be a part of it? And they just came in fluent. So I can't wait for next year. Because we're going to have this event again. It's going to be at a different venue so we can get a little bit bigger. So I'm excited about that. And, we can get some more press going. But I wanted to make sure I had the press of who are trying to build their name. That's who I wanted first.
I respect that.
So, yeah.
I respect that.
That's how that started.
Big respects. Yeah. And one of the things that actually, this will kind of be a very first time topic here at the Play Games podcast /show is I heard you talked about mental health and Christianity. Yeah. And especially in our Black community.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, myself, I can speak on this.
We don't talk about it.
We don't talk about it. And as a Christian and as a, mental health professional, the space for that is like very, very, very small. And I just want to ask for you, like, how does working on your mental health and your walk with Christ converge?
There's not one without the same. It saddens me that in the church, we do not talk about sex. We don't talk about mental health. There's the things that people are fighting every day is what we should be discussing.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be judging one for just entering, because if the word says, if I come as who I am, we shouldn't be judging as who they are. So for me, my mom was a pastor. So for me, she always taught us, like, I don't care if you yellow, orange, purple, green, by whatever you want to be, you treat them just as you want to be treated, because their sin is no bigger than yours. Because if you just out here dealing with obesity, you out here dealing with fornication, you out here dealing with an addiction of some sort, it's no different than you having a mental crisis. You see what I'm saying? So for me, I think it's a conversation that we need to start getting more comfortable about and opening doors for. And that's all what my company is, Arbitrarily Lux, and that's what in T.E.A.M Center. So we came together and we were just like, let's create the platform. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the uncomfortable stuff. So, yeah.
That's definitely deep.
I'll be honest, as a Christian and a therapist, I remember growing up in church that my pastor said, don't read Harry Potter. And you know what?
I read Harry Potter. That's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite movies.
Bonacadabra.
If I'm being honest, I think it's just that people. I understand where pastors are coming from, but there's levels to it. Meet people right here. Don't expect this. That's like somebody ain't don't know Christ at all, and you come at them and you be like, "Well, the word says Philippians 4:13, I can do all things." They're looking at you. Who is that? What is that? But if I show you love, if I show you kindness, meekness, understanding, those things, that's what I love. Kirk Franklin, he literally, people don't get it. When he was singing that song, he's describing what love is, the tactics of it. But we're thinking those things are additional to love. No, love has an umbrella. And
love is all things.
Love is all things. Those are the categories that make it. So if I'm saying that I am a Christian, that means I'm going to be an understanding at the placement that you're at. And if you come at me and say, Ash, I am mentally screwed right now. Okay, what's up? Let's talk.
It's very funny you bring up Kirk Franklin, because I gained a lot of respect for Kirk Franklin over the last year. Because if you look at the reason why is because we're doing this. I can't believe we're doing this. It's because
I'm sorry.
No, this is fine, because I look at Joel Osteen a little differently with the Super Church, and like when the hurricanes came, he's like, "Y'all can't come in here." And then after the social pressure, but when Kirk Franklin, bringing it forward, was dealing with his son, right? I thought that was really dope. That he's like, "Yo, I may be a pastor, but like, I still have a family, I have issues and problems," and like how he dealt with that, and he's kind of like, y'all are not about to judge me about this, or y'all are about to demonize me for this, and it's only God that's going to do that, and that's between me and my family. I was like, all right, I can tune in to, Kirk Franklin, because he's a real person.
It's discernment, and I think because we have put, it's crazy we talking about this, but we have put,
welcome to the show.
We have put ourselves, nobody else. I almost say this as a Black culture. We have put ourselves on a platform as if we're untouchable when it comes down to the church. But Jesus was sitting with the homies. He was sitting with the people that wasn't that greatest. So who are you to act like you are here and now I have arrived? Like that doesn't even make any sense. Like that is not even a depiction of who Christ is in any form. So it's crazy. Lately I've been thinking like, Ash, I always be saying to myself, like, Ash, I want to make sure you believe. And I was just forcing, because to me, that's what's the most important, is you believing, But then I'm like, okay, even in the hard time, are you believing?
Yeah.
That's real. Are you believing? Like, are you calling on the Holy Spirit? Or are you ready to cut somebody out? Because I'm quick to be like, I'm about to cut you smooth out. And then I had to say, yo, Ash, as much as you have a place where you can, you're open to receive the Holy Spirit and you want to pass that on and encourage people and great, there are still some things that you need to work on, which is what I love also about Kirk Franklin. Just because I say I love Christ doesn't mean I don't have error. I'm renewed every day. He said, renew your mind every day. So every day I have to I went for a whole month reading Proverbs every day, a different book every day to make sure I'm renewed in my mind. So if there is people that is out there that don't have that person that's saying, I'm going to help you get renewed. I'm going to just, hey, come on, let's talk. Or, hey, come to the building. Or, hey, do you have an outlet that you have? Come on, well, I got a platform for you to get that out. That's renewing. There's so many ways to tap into the Holy Spirit that makes no sense. So I just really want, the whole point about sound versus noise is listen to the sound of the word. Listen to the sound of someone's heart that's really, 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 really like their purpose. And don't get distracted by the hoopla of the money. Don't get distracted by, oh, nobody is supporting me, because I hear that all the time, especially in Oregon. Oh, I'm not supported. I don't care. Because even when you're not supported, when you think you're not supported, somebody is listening. Somebody is healed from what you're doing.
That is,
and that's how you got to stay focused. Is my life and what I'm doing is purposeful, regardless if I'm applauded by my friends. And so that's all what sound versus noise is. I'm sorry I had to get a little deep with you.
Nah. You hit it right on. I think nowadays a lot of people are looking for the crowd in order for them.
They're looking for the applause.
They're looking for the applause, and it's like at the end of the day, the work will bring the applause. And your voice will bring the applause.
And at the end of the day, is it really about the applause?
Oh,
you think about your purpose. Is it really about the applause? Because if it is, then that means you need to check yourself, because what you're being asked to do is bigger than you.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely,
that's all I wanted to talk to y'all about. I don't want to hear you rev your ear in too much.
That's amazing, man. I love how you touch on everything possible, and I think you put it back into yourself as well.
Yeah,
you are the purpose for everything that you're doing right now. So
I'm trying, man. Like, and this is in a humbling space. I went through a hard year, so I said, hey, I'm gonna end the year great. Great. Thank y'all for letting me be on your show. I'm proud of you guys. I'm so proud. You guys could seriously keep on doing it. Like, every time I hear about your podcast, or if I don't, I'm gonna be like, yo, y'all these two young dudes here, they out here killing it.
We missing one more, but yes. You know what
I mean? Like, whatever y'all need, tap into Team Center. We here.
All right, we appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you. Have a good one.
All right.
Thank you.
Probably wondering if I think of you. Sorry, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, for the bag that I never had. Yeah, you probably mad right now. Yeah, I got a 2-piece now. Shit, I think they call them groupies now.